Guys, back with another video. As you can tell, I now have a mic, but it's really not that good. It's like I got below $5. So it's not the best, but it's a mic. It's louder than the built-in mic in my phone, so it's better. Yeah. Okay, so in today's video, we'll be talking about if the Nintendo Switch 1, well, technically Nintendo Switch, but since the second one's coming out soon, I'm just gonna call it the 1. So Nintendo Switch 1, is it worth in 2025? So let's get into the video. So the Nintendo Switch, right here. Awesome Nintendo Switch. So lately I've been playing on Nintendo Switch. Took a long break, but then I started playing again since the whole Nintendo Switch 2 and everything. And I've been playing a bunch of Mario Odyssey. And Mario Odyssey is a fun game, and they have some good games on the Switch, but the Switch is old. It's old. It doesn't have as a bunch of games, but it's not that powerful. Especially since the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming out, should you get the Nintendo Switch 1? I would say, well, it's hard, because I know that Nintendo Switch 2 games are going to be $8. That's a lot. Yeah, and Nintendo Switch 2 is way more expensive than Nintendo Switch. And I do not have the OLED edition, sadly, so we'll only be talking about just the regular Nintendo Switch, not the OLED edition or anything. So, in the Nintendo Switch, I like it, but if you're thinking of buying it, instead of, like, let's see, a Steam Deck, I don't have a Steam Deck, sadly. I want one. I'm trying to save up for one, but I'm broke, so don't have a Steam Deck. But the Steam Deck games are more powerful. You can play Spider-Man on it, Red Dead Redemption 2, you can play all these big games. But the games on the Steam Deck are less, not family friendly, but on the Switch there's more cozy games like Mario Odyssey. What's that game called? There's a new Zelda game that you could just play as Zelda, or Animal Crossing, more less violence games. So if you are more into cozy games, not that much into violent games and stuff, and you know what you're gonna get into because it's not that powerful. Graphics are not the best. If you know what you're getting into and you just want a little console play sometimes, I would get it. But you are gonna play a bunch of Mario games. Like Mario, Sonic games, all those kind of games are most of the games on here. Those kind of games. Or like Zelda games. If you like those games, then I would get it. But me, I like these games when I was younger, but now I like more action games. These are still action, but I mean like Red Dead Redemption 2, Ghost of Tsushima, what's it called? Spider-Man, all those other games you're not gonna play on here. They do have some games like Mortal Kombat on here, but I heard that doesn't run well. So, should you get a Nintendo Switch 1? There also are Nintendo Switch Lights. Actually, let me say one thing. There are Nintendo Switch Lights, but that doesn't, it's the same thing as this. But it doesn't go on the, what's it called? The dock, because the big seller point for the Nintendo Switch is you can put this in the dock and play on the TV instead of this small screen. So that's why some people like it more than the Steam Deck or other ones. Yeah. And there is, like I was saying, I do not have the OLED Nintendo Switch. There's the OLED one. The screen, I'm pretty sure, is bigger. And obviously the OLED screen. And I think that's mostly the big change with the OLED. Um, but those, I feel like a lot of people like the OLED is a good Switch to buy. But should you get the regular, just regular Nintendo Switch 2025? If I didn't have the Nintendo Switch right now, and I was thinking of buying it when the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming out soon, or I can buy Steam Deck or something like that, I probably wouldn't get this. Only because it's not my top games on here, and I just like, it's not as powerful, and it is very, very old. So yeah, it really depends what's your genre of games. If you like, yeah, your genre of games. So that's about it. Hope you guys like this video. Like and subscribe. See you next time. Peace.